Hello everybody. Angie here, coming on to do a little play with you guys. I thought we would make a snippet roll, but this type of snippet roll is probably, I would think, a little bit different than maybe that you have seen in the past, and maybe something that you have done might be something new for you, a little inspiration. Now snippet rolls, we usually take our scraps and we tear them and we do a little collage in a roll fashion and do some stitching and this and that and just kind of build on that. Well, this one is different, okay? Or at least I hope it's different for you guys. We're going to be using a couple pieces that you may not have thought to use. And the first one is just coffee stained tea bags. These are just regular, they were regular just white tea bags. I think I ordered them from Temu. But I coffee stain them, and I've got a few here. I just grabbed a little handful, and I think that'll be enough to get us a small little snippet roll and get started with. Okay, so what we're going to do first is open these up, and these do have a little drawstring, so I'm going to have to remove that. And I'm carefully going to just tear the sides and open these tea bags up. It'll just take a couple minutes and get us a nice now if you have the real, well, these are real too, the actual tea bags that you've drinking your tea out of, and you know how we discard the little seeds and the insides and let the tea bags air out. If you have a pile of those, grab those. I just didn't have any. I had probably like 3, and I remembered I had purchased these, so I just grabbed some of these. And see, this ends up being, once I open it up, almost a 6-inch strip. Okay, so we're just going to do a few of these. Pull out that drawstring. How's everybody doing today? Everybody in their craft rooms, creating some beautiful stuff? Hope so. Enjoying your day. Got a good day here today. Plenty of sunshine, mild weather. It's cooling down. Summer is slowly slipping away, but we're still having some nice days. The evenings are getting cooler. Mornings are a little cool, but the days are still getting nice and warm. And just try to be neat about it, but if they're not perfectly straight, that's not a big deal. Kind of the mussier and the messier sometimes the better, the look. Just kind of depends on what you're going for. Let's see, there's 6 inches. We'll do 6 times 5. We'll do 5 of them. That'll give us a nice little long strip to work with. Very easy process. And I like to do, this is kind of fun because you keep it kind of neutral. And it's a roll, so then you snip off and tear off or cut off a piece that you need for a particular project. How many is that? Is that 5? That's enough. And then you can always build upon that and add to it depending on where you're using it or what journal you're putting it on. Okay, so this one we're only going to basically be using 3 items, and I think you're really going to like it because it's really going to have a nice look to it, nice palette when we're done. The first one is tea bags. The second one is masking tape. Just 2-inch wide masking tape. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I'm in frame here. Okay, and we're going to take those tea bags and we're going to stick them right down onto the masking tape, and it works out perfectly because the tea bags are 2 inches in width as well. So it fits and lays down right perfectly on the masking tape. And if you've worked with masking tape before, you know it's very, very tacky. So it really adheres to the tea bag. Okay, and we're just going to keep going, and keep going, and keep going until make it as long as we want it. Okay, and we're just going to butt each tea bag right up to next to the next one. And down we go. Still smell the coffee on these. They've been in a bag, airtight bag, and I still smell the coffee a little bit. It makes me want a cup. Makes me want to go fix a cup. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exactly smooth. See, I got some little rough kinks in there. That's okay, because that adds to just the overall look on your snippet roll. And I'll see how we can accentuate those as we go along too. Let's see. Okay, we're going to stop there because we only did 5. So that's a 30-inch roll. And the fun thing about this now, we're just doing a small piece just for video time's sake, but say I do this and I want to keep going. It's no problem. All I have to do is take another piece and just connect it, add a little bit right there, and then just keep right on going, okay? Keep right on going. But we're just going to do 5 for now. All right. There we go. Look at that color already. And we're just going to give it a good press, make sure it's worked in really well. And it is. Now all we get to do is decorate. We've got ourselves a nice roll. And the fun thing about using masking tape as a backing is it still tears really easily, and it actually helps tear the tea bags. So see how we did these tea bags and they kind of tore really tattered and rough? This kind of keeps a straight tear, so to speak, if you know what I mean, when it comes time to tearing and using off bits and pieces off your snippet roll. Or you could just cut it if you choose. Okay? All right, so there we go. Now, the little sections here, let me just point this out, where when we tore open our tea bag, it kind of leaves a little bit of the masking tape exposed on the edges. That's not a problem. We're going to cover all that up. We're going to dress this whole piece up just as much as you want, okay? And I am going to start, we're going to just, oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to the next step. The first item that we're using is tea bags. The second item we're using is masking tape. The third item we're using is a variety of your stamps and inks. That's it. That's it. And we're just going to build and build and build until you want to stop. Okay? So I grabbed just a handful of stamps here, just a few. We're going to keep it pretty simple. And I grabbed a poster board just for background here. I'm going to roll this end up, make sure I'm in frame again. All right, and we're just going to start at the bottom and work our way up. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to take care of those edges first. And to do that, I think I want to use some vintage photo. And I didn't grab a dauber. Let me grab one of those. And now we're just going to play with our inks and our stamps and dress this up. See what I mean by don't worry about those edges where the tape is exposed. So we're just going to rub right over those edges and blend that out. And we'll do both sides like that. Turn it around to the other side. And go as dark as you want, of course. There we go. It's looking good already. And I have some wooden clothespins, the old vintage style ones, that I was going to use one to roll this up when we got done, but I looked before I turned the camera on. I cannot find it. I had a whole bag of them. They're here somewhere, but I don't know where they are. Okay. So let's see. Let's start with some stamping, and I need a acrylic block as well. And just so I have a different color brown, I just grabbed a regular brown, not the Tim Holtz oxide inks, and it's just in brown. I thought that would give me a little bit of a different look. Shade of brown. So I've got these stamps here. I'm just trying to think, do I want to do them in, I grabbed a few colors to work with. Green, I've got pine needle, I've got candy apple, I've got peacock feathers, I've got prize ribbon, and I've got black as well. Let's do green since these are plants, huh? I was going to do them in brown. Let's do a little bit in green. We can come back to the brown. And all we're going to do is stamp. Here and there, up and down the piece. We can turn our images sideways, backwards, whatever we want to do. That green looks really nice. Let's turn one this way. Maybe halfway on, halfway off. And alrighty, let's start. And let me grab my baby wipes here. We're going to kind of wipe and try to keep things clean as we go. Since we're working with several different colors here, and I'm sure my fingers are going to get inked up as well. Okay, let's see. Kind of like this little squiggly one. Oh, it goes this way. I don't know what that is, but let's use some of that. We'll do that one in brown. And I'm going to go with the regular brown, not the oxide inks. Oh yeah, that looks good. like it. Look at that. All right. Let's see. Let's get another stamp. Try something else. Let's put that to the side. Let's do some with some text or some words. Let's do this one. And for this one, I just want little bits and pieces, I think. I'm just going to use my hand rather than the acrylic block. And I'm just going to stamp a little, just like that. And turn it and stamp. Okay. Very good. Let me try and go back over this little section right here a little bit. Better. All right, look at that. See how it's coming along already? Not too shabby. All right, wipe this one off a little. So this is a really, really easy project, guys. I'm sure everybody has some masking tape around, some tea bags. If you don't, drink a couple cups and come play with me. All right. I got a number stamp here. Let's do some numbers. I'm gonna do the brown again. Let me just see how that looks. I like it. Okay, let's, I think that's good with the numbers. I'm just trying to think, should we bring in another color? I'm liking that green and brown together. I did one of these a while back and I tried the yellow. The yellow did not take real well on the tea bag. I don't know why. And it was the Tim Holtz oxide mustard seed. So I don't think I'll do yellow, but let's try this peacock feather. That's really pretty. And I've got this butterfly here. Let's pull that out. Let's put a couple butterflies down. And you just kind of go up and down the piece and fill in your gaps wherever you think it needs something. Overlap them if you want, you know. Oops. Like that. That took really well. See that? It's almost like the green, but a little bit different. Let's put one right here. Okay. I think I want to do a few little pieces with just the wings over the edge. Yeah, I like that. Maybe right there. Maybe right there. Okay. I like that. Wipe that off. That back. Let's see what else we've got. Maybe that checkered one might be fun to use, huh? Let's do that. And let's do it in black. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that didn't impress me too well, so we'll just do a few of those. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let's try, oh, I've got this. Let's try this one. I've got this mushroom stamp here. And I'm not particularly fond of this type of stamp, the one that's kind of got the foam. I don't know what you call it. I don't know. They don't seem to do well for me. Maybe it's just me, but I'm not a great fan of these ones, but we're gonna try it. Let's do green. We'll do a little of each color if it takes. Now it looks good on the paper, so let's see how it does on my strip here. See that? I don't like these stamps. I'm gonna try one more. Yeah, I don't like these. Not a great purchase, and I've never really said that about stamps before, but this is definitely one that I am completely displeased with. I got these from AliExpress. Okay, let's try something else then. Let's do this one. I've got these little label stamps. Let's do some labels. Let's see what we've got. And let's do that in black as well. Okay, let's put one right there. Oh yeah. there. One right there. Look at that. That's filling up quite nicely. See that? All right, let's do a couple with this circle one, the round one. And we'll do that one in, should we be bold? Do red, candy apple? Why not? Maybe right. Well, that doesn't look too bad. It's not as dark as I thought. Maybe I didn't press hard enough. Let's try the next spot. About right here. Yeah, that looks a little better. Okay. Trying to apply some even pressure. Okay, just a little pop of red here and there. I think we need a little bit of red in this section. Okay, and maybe down in this bottom corner, right there. Okay. Look at that. And then you just keep going and keep going and keep going till you want to stop, guys. It's as simple as that. And you got yourself a really nice base snippet roll. Or it could just be the base, you know, to build on. If you want to add some more texture, if you want to add some fabric to it, if you want to add some stickers or torn paper pieces. I mean, really, it's how far you want to go with it. But this was my technique, just using 3 items: tea bags, masking tape, and stamped images. But look at that, guys. How pretty. I think I like that. I think that is full enough for me. I think I do want to add one more last bit just to elevate it, hopefully, just a little bit. And I'm going to show you what I have in mind for that. I have to kind of get everything out of the way. And hope I don't make a mess. But I thought throwing a little bit of white splatter on there with acrylic paint would really, really intensify this piece. So let me grab my splatter box. Okay. There we go. Can you see a little bit there? And I'm just going to toss it across the back. I've got some white acrylic here. And splatter brush and water this down. Let's see what we can do. You see, got my ink right here to the right. And I've just watered it down, thin it out. Let's pull it closer to me. I tend to get a little messy when I'm working with acrylics, so I'm trying to keep the mess to a minimum here on my desk surface. And we're just going to do some splats. Make sure I'm in frame. Okay. And I want big droplets, just like that. Look at that. Don't want a lot. Oh. That's a big splat there. Oops. Come back through one more time and hit it again. Hopefully get some smaller splats spraying this time. Oop. See how I told you I tend to get messy? And once that sets in to the fabric, the tea bag fabric portion, it's going to tone that down. It's not going to look quite so white and bright because of all the other colors that we have in there. It's going to kind of blend in and blend in a little bit, which is going to be nice. Okay, but I like that right there. Then what I thought, to accentuate the last step, to accentuate those little creases and folds that we got in our tea bag, let me grab another brush here. And I'm going to use my remaining white acrylic paint that I have here. And I'm just going to go down and see where, see, there's a crease right there. Let's just pick up a little bit of paint and put it right on there. And that's just going to give us, accentuate that texture. Try to be precise and just get it right on that fold. Okay, let's go down and see if, oh, there's one. It's a little one. See that one right there? Let's see if we can pick up. I think I need a smaller brush. There we go. See, look at that. And that just brings in some texture. About right there. Okay. Let's keep moving. How about right here? There's a little. And just be really precise and get it right on that fold in that little kink spot. There we go. Oh, we've got a few down here at the end. There's some right in this little section here. Take your time, just bring in a little bit of paint at a time until you get it to the, and build up till you get it to where you want it. All right, looks good. And acrylic paint dries pretty fast. So if you put a coat, so to speak, and you want it a little bit wider, deeper, just come back over it with another layer. So let's go back through and build up on those little spots just a little bit more. Okay. Anywhere else? And then, you know, with the remaining paint or whatever, you don't want to waste like me, you might want to go back over some of the droplets and emphasize some of those a little bit more. I don't know. You go until you are satisfied, till your brain and your style tells you to stop. You can see how the paint's starting to dry, so some of the white spots are fading into the other colors and the other images. You may want some of those to be a little bit more, stand out a little bit more. And I'm just playing since I have just a little bit of ink left on my palette. But just stop whenever you want to stop. Just like right now, I just had the notion to bring some white into this circle here. We're just adding texture to the piece, guys. That's it. I like that. Put a little bit more. Okay. Let's see what else. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'm just checking. Just because I like the way I colored that in. Oops. Try not to make a mess. Pardon me. Just bumped the camera. My apologies. I think I want to do the same with this little stamped image right up here. Color it in. Just because we can. And then, when all this completely dries, you may want to come in with more stamps and more inks. Or like I said, some stickers or fabric pieces. I don't know. But I like it just like this, I think. I kind of like that. Doesn't that look nice? Just really picks up on the texture from the tea bag. So pretty. I don't know how well the camera is picking that up, but it's really, really pretty. I'm going to do another one right here. Just really like that. I'm right-handed, so I got to kind of turn this a little bit. Okay, that'll do. Let's see. How about this one here too? I think I got enough ink left to fill in this one. I really like that look. Okay. One more, and I think I'm going to call it done. I'm going to do this one over here. And as you can see, I'm not doing it perfectly by any means. I'm trying to stay within the perimeter here, but perfection is not the goal. All right, I like it. Just put a little water on those brushes real quick till I can get back to those. Okay, I think that is good enough, guys. What do you think? I'm very pleased with it. It's going to take a minute for that acrylic to dry because I kind of built that up in some spots, so I can't roll it up at this time. But that baby, that snippet roll is done, guys. Look at that. Let's look that over. Look at that. Can you see all that texture? Colors. I love it. And then the folds. See the little folds where it picks up texture there too. So just that easily, guys. Look at that. Oh, I love that little portion right there. Look at that. 30 inches of a snippet roll using masking tape and tea bags. I love it. Well, I don't know if you've tried anything like this before, but hopefully this technique has brought you some inspiration. I hope you guys like what you see today. I hope you guys pull out some masking tape, get those tea bags out, and give it a try. So much fun. The ink adheres to it really well, and like I said, I can't tear it right now because it's not dry, but it tears. Like say I just want to use 4 inches of it, right about to here. You know, just tear it or cut it right off and keep going. And then when you want to add to it, pull out your masking tape and continue on and on and on. So pretty. I love it. Well, I have to leave it like that, guys, because it's not dry yet. But that's going to be my video today. I hope you guys like what you saw. I hope you guys give it a try. Hope it brought you some inspiration to have a play with the same pieces and do something of your own. If you found something of value in this video today, guys, I would love it, love it, love it if you would hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment and a like. Tell me what you think of my make today. I think it's very, very unique and so, so pretty. Okay? All right, guys. Until next time, take care and God bless. Bye-bye.